Alrighty, let's roll it up again. We have got a Duelist Kingdom action, and we have got Yugimoto taking on My Valentine in a rematch from, the championships, the semi-finals, where Yugi had a tough duel against Mai in that one. She could have won if she attacked. I don't think Mai is going to have any problem attacking Yugi in this duel. So Mai has won the rock, paper, scissors, and she elects to go first. Okay, Yugi has drawn Spellbinding Circle and Magical Hats. There's a Book of Secret Arts and a Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress. He could, in theory... Did Mai just skip her turn? She did. Mai didn't play... Wow, of all the times for us not be able to see a hand, for Mai to not play any spell or traps face down and no monsters. Wow, she may have bricked Yugi 1400 points of damage. Has she bricked or is she cooking? Let's have a look. Draw phase for Mai, 6 cards in hand. Oh, Harpy. Oh, that looked like that came from the far end of her hand. Now, Yugi does have a Horn of Heaven, so he can activate that and get rid of Harpy Lady, and it looks like he is, even though his Winged Dragon is stronger. Mai's deck revolves entirely around Harpy Lady, and Yugi has managed to block its summoning. Oh, Monster Reborn. Okay, that's one of the cards in Mai's hand. Monster Reborn, Harpy Lady has come back to the field. And what does Mai... Oh, Elegant Egotist. This is going to be painful. So Harpy Lady's sisters will be able to be called to the field. It's a 1950. So 3250 points of damage looking at Yugi's way right now, unless Mai has anything else. Oh god, Elegant Egotist again. Wow, okay, so Mai... It looked like she drew the Harpy Lady from her deck, but alright, 2 of the cards were Elegant Egotist, and one of them was a Monster Reborn. Yugi, thankfully for him, does have a Spellbinding Circle, but that will only block one of the attacks. And is Mai going to... Oh, she does! It is a Cyber Shield. She has just played her entire hand in one turn. Alright, so an 1800 and a 1950, so that will be, 3750 of points coming off of Yugi. He's going to be down to 4250, and he is looking in trouble. He is in huge trouble. He is going to need... Ooh, a Mystical Elf or a Giant Soldier of Stone would help. It doesn't. It's a Toric. He will at least have a defensive shield. He does have that Magical Hats as well, so he could potentially defend himself for a turn. But, oh, what an opening from Mai. That is absolute demolition. My god, we are at turn 5. We have seen 5 cards in the graveyard, so 5 cards have been used, and there is another 5, 6, 7, 8 cards on the field in 5 turns. That is almost unheard of in Duelist Kingdom. To have this many cards played this early in the match. There's Magical Hats to further protect Toric. So Yugi picks Mystical Moon, as he normally does. Mystical Moon can only be equipped to Beast Warriors in this. During the anime, Yugi would equip it to Silverfang. Silverfang can't actually be equipped with Mystical Moon in the real card game. Can only be a Beast Warrior, and there is only one Beast Warrior in Yugi's deck, and that is Beaver Warrior, making Mystical Moon a bit of a useless card, so good bait for Magical Hats to be used. Mai attacks one of the Magic and Traps. She'll get one more, and oh, she hits it. Toric. Yugi really would have liked to have kept that on the field for another turn, in case he drew a Summon Skull, or even a Curse of Dragon. And alright, there's Blackland Fire Dragon. Face down defense. Blackland Fire Dragon is the card that Yugi used to destroy Joey's Cage Moosh of the Blue Flame in the very first episode, and Joey's like, pretty good move, huh, Yugi? And Yugi's like, yep, pretty good move, but not good enough, and he lays down the Blackland Fire Dragon. Alright, another 1950 off of Yugi. He's down to 2300. And Yugi is going to have to pull something out of his ass, and he doesn't have it. It's Magician of Black Chaos, which is such a good card. Such a cool card as well. He looks cool, he's strong. However, 8 stars to summon with the tribute card. Not very easy to obtain. And Yugi is about to receive a loss. And he does. So we will go to second match and we will flip the perspective. We will look at Mai's perspective on this game. Well, that match was wild and very entertaining. Short, entertaining, and wild. I do always say a quick game's a good game. 6 strike, triple impact. 6 samurai. That is going to be a really, really fun deck to make. I actually had that as a structure deck. But it was only basic. It didn't have its full potential, as a lot of the structure decks didn't. That came out in the real world. You had to buy some booster packs to try to get those real strengthening cards for it. But the 6 samurais, they will make a terrific deck. I remember the structure decks I had, out of all of them, the Zombie Madness one was the one that was the strongest. And then when I got that 6 samurai deck, that 6 samurai deck absolutely beat it to hell. As we see, Mai has drawn a Harpy Lady. She does have a Sangan in her hand, so she does have a backup if she needs it. So Harpy Lady with Cyber Shield. This is a combo that Mai decided not to play when she was in her preparation for Yugi in the anime. She went, Harpy Lady with Cyber Shield. Yugi's seen this combo, so I'm going to have to try something different. However, she doesn't need something different in the real world. Harpy Lady with Cyber Shield is a good combo. 1800 for Yugi to contend with. He lost to Griffor. He's just played another face-down defense. And there's a removed trap from Maya. That'll be handy if Yugi does draw a Spellbinding Circle or anything like that. And it is Feral Imp. Classic Yugi card. Destroyed. Maya sitting comfortable with Harpy Lady at 1800. And if you're wondering why she doesn't play Sangan and attack, it's very common for us here to not use Sangan as an attack for Mai. It's only used as a functionality card to better her chances of actually drawing a Harpy Lady, because there's only 3 of them in her deck. And if all 3 of them are at the bottom of a deck, then Mai's pretty much a sitting duck. So to make the deck somewhat competitive, Sangans were added. Silverfang destroyed. So we're seeing Yugi's classic monsters. Mai did also play a Harpy Girl as well. Wasn't one she used in the anime, but I added it to her deck for functionality because making a 40 card deck for Mai was actually quite challenging. Alright, there's Horn Imp. It's a 1300 and Yugi does go for the face down. And Mai, she does have Sakuretsu armor waiting, but she's elected not to play it. Interesting. Maybe trying to lure Yugi into a sort of a false sense of what that face down card is. In case he does draw something stronger, there's Follow Wind. That could be another 300 points onto Harpy Lady. Oh, Spellbinding Circle. Mai has a counterplay for this as well. We see in her hand there is a removed trap. She's just played Sangan in face down defense. And interesting. She's elected not to play remove trap. Keep Harpy Lady stuck by Spellbinding Circle. She may be trying to get Yugi into a false sense of what's actually happening. Yugi's gone straight to the end phase. There's Black Pendant. And she's not going to wait a second time. She destroys Spellbinding Circle this time, and this time we'll go with the... Okay, there is a possibility that it was a misclick. It is very easy to do that and accidentally click straight onto your end phase on this game. So that may have been what happened. And oh, there's Magical Hat. So Mai now somewhat of a turn behind. She but however, she is still well in control of this match. The Yugi again selects Mokyu and Mystical Moon as the 2 cards, as cannon fodder for magical hats. Mai goes for the middle, and it's Mystical Moon. So Yugi will maintain his defense, however, with a 2600 Harpy Lady on the field. Still going to be tough for Yugi to get through that. And, oh, Mystic Box. So Mai will receive Horn Imp, but she will lose her Harpy Lady. Yugi still, though, with no monsters on the field. Black Pendant will do 500 points of damage to Yugi. Now remember, Mai does still have Sakuretsu armor on the field, so she can't even be attacked. There's Waboku. Mai plays it down, and she flips up Horn Imp. And still keeping Sangan in defense mode. Like we said before, it is a card that's used for functionality, so very rarely will we actually see Mai attack with it, as we want to keep it consistent to the show as well. She will always prioritize her Harpy Ladies to do the attacking, but she was given Horn Imp, so she will attack with it. And with Sakuretsu armor sitting there on the field, Yugi also would not have a clue. He's attacked once before with that Sakuretsu armor face down, so he wouldn't think that he's got anything to worry about. And wow, Curse of Dragon and Gaia was sitting in Yugi's hand. He's drawn an absolute clutch of a polymerization to fuse them together to put 2600 points onto his field unknowingly that it's not even going to last through the first attack. And Yugi absolutely would think that there is no danger. He is dead wrong. Mai has absolutely bluffed him into this. Sakuretsu armor activated. Gaia the Dragon Champion is gone. And Yugi, he's only got one card in his hand, and he will be devastated that he has lost that Dragon Champion. There's a block attack from Mai. And Horn Imp goes for another direct attack, so picking apart Yugi's life points, Mai's still at 8,000 and comfortable, and with a Waboku on the field. Yugi 4,900. Waboku was added to Mai's deck again to make it give it. Oh, Monster Reborn. Alright, we may see Gaia the Dragon Champion, and we will see Gaia the Dragon Champion come back. I was about to say Waboku was added to Mai's deck for, again, trap functionality, competitiveness. Otherwise, yeah, if those sorts of cards aren't in a deck, she will get attacked too easily. Alright, so Mai is safe. Gaia Dragon Champion has just sat there for the turn. Mai has Dragon Treasure. She can technically equip that to Gaia the Dragon Champion, but wouldn't be advised. Horn Imp now in defense mode, and Mai does still have that Sangan on the field as well. And oh, Horn of the Unicorn, 3,300 for Gaia the Dragon Champion. And oh, how do we see Mai come back from this? Horn Imp is destroyed. She's got two Harpy Lady Sisters in her hand, which can't do anything. There's Elegant Egotist. Alright, two cards in Yugi's hand. And plays Blackland Fire Dragon. And Blackland Fire Dragon goes for the attack and wipes out Sangan. So Mai will at least be able to pull a Harpy Lady. But how does she come back from this? Alright, Gaia the Dragon Champion attacks, and it's 3,300. 4,700 plays 4,900 now. The life points have been almost split back to even. There's Cyber Shield. And Harpy Lady is played. Mai has to try some sort of counter play here. There's Harpy Lady Sisters to the field. And there is a Cyber Shield, but it won't be enough. And Mai flicking through her cards, even if she turned Gaia the Dragon Champion to attack mode, If it didn't have Horn of the Unicorn, she could use block attack to put Gaia, because it's only 2100 defense. But that's not what's going to happen here. My destroys Blackland Fire Dragon, and Harpy Lady will have to stay in attack mode as it was summoned this turn. Alright, to the battle phase, and Gaia the Dragon Champion eliminates Harpy Lady's sisters. So mine now just left for the Harpy Lady. And Monster Reborn. Maya has just drawn Monster Reborn. Now, is there anything... Maya's going to have a quick check through the graveyards. There's Gaia the Fierce Knight. And a 2300, which is the strongest. There's nothing Maya can really use with Monster Reborn to make any damage. So she's got Harpy Lady now as a defense. Yugi with a face-down defense of his own, not opting to summon and attack with. So, I don't know, possibly a Mystical Elf. Maybe he just wants a defense just in case. Oh, that changes the game. Malevolent Nuzzler, that's a 700 point increase. And if Maya brings back... Oh, if she brings back Gaia, that'll be enough. Oh boy. Here we go. Gaia the Fierce Knight has been summoned with Malevolent Nuzzler. That'll put it to 3000. And Block Attack has just been played by my Gaia the Dragon Champion in defense mode, and it is now going to be destroyed by Gaia the Fierce Knight. Its own fusion material has come back, and Horn of the Unicorn is now going to go to the top of Yugi's deck as per its effect. And this match has been absolutely flipped on its head. Mai now with the attack power of 3000, and how does Yugi overcome this? So we've seen Mai have a big advantage, Yugi have the big advantage, and now the big advantage is with Mai. She's just drawn a shadow spell as well. Yugi passed his turn. Still does have a defense. He's lucky he did put it in defense. And there you go. It was a Mystical Elf. So Yugi will get another turn here. He can only take 2 attacks if Gaia hits direct. And a face down spell or trap. And Yugi has activated Horn of the Unicorn and equipped it to Gaia. There's Enchanted Javelin for Maya. I am guessing that Yugi is giving up. And it won't be a loss on this turn. I mean, Yugi would only be throwing that down if he knows that he's completely lost. And he has skipped his turn. He obviously has nothing left to play. And as we're going to see now, Gaia the Fierce Knight is going to end the match. And I will call out to our Yugi player. I will have a check at what cards is in hand as Mai picks up the win. What was in hand? Oh, okay. Dark Magician, 7 stars, which Yugi couldn't play. He also had Book of Secret Arts with it. And the last one, what was the third? Oh, okay. Blackluster Ritual. So, Yugi with Book of Secret Arts, Dark Magician, and Blackluster Ritual, which Blackluster Soldier's an 8 star. So that is what Yugi had. That's why he threw in the end, as he knew that he was completely lost and pretty much had no chance. I mean, he could draw a Dark Hole, but he didn't, I guess. But that's how it played out. Mai picks up the season point, and let's pull up who's next in Duelist Kingdom. Okay, Yugi and Mai was won by Mai in straight sets. It was a good match. We've got... Oh, shit. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, all right, next up is Rex, Raptor, and Weevil. And that promises to be a good match. That's a two sort of reluctant friends going neck and neck. I know there was a little bit of a pause there. There's Yugi and Mai at the top of the bracket here, and then my eyes went to the next one, and I seen Yugi and Weevil, which has already been played, and then Mai and Mako, and I thought I actually got the matches mixed up, but false alarm. And over in Battle City, we've got Joey going up against Seeker, and we all know about Seeker and how his deck operates, so hopefully we get somewhat of an entertaining match out of that. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for leaving the comments and all the support wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Take care. Farewell.